Okay, so in the last two videos prior, I realized that I was too loud in the mic and the game was too quiet. So I thought I would turn the game up a little bit more and turn my microphone volume down a little more just so you can hear more of the game and less of me. But I still wanted to be loud enough to where I could be heard. Anyways,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
so I decided I'm going to actually play the game the fully correct way this time. Okay. I just want to see what that does. Nothing. Okay. New content. Oh. I know I said I know I was gonna. I know I said I was gonna.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay, I know I was gonna say the correct this time, but it said new content, and I was like, what else could there be? I know I was gonna say. I know I said I was gonna do one thing, and I did another thing, but it's just I want to see what else there is. I'm excited.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, I really hope there's an actual like full sequel instead of
Yes,
just
you
like.
see? Isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I mean, you're not wrong. I just don't know if there will ever be a full sequel, which I hope there is.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Oh, by the way, these are all the ways you spell two in different languages. The Deux is actually the French version of two. I took French when I was in high school, which I failed. Mainly because I didn't do anything. I kind of just dicked around in that class. Oh, it's so fancy. They're back two doors. The Stanley Parable 2. It's so neat. Right brain, left brain. Right brain is actually creativity, and the left brain is like logic. More TSP, better TSP. Oh, the Stanley Parable. Paradigm shift, synergy, brick and mortar approach, envelope client centric marketing. What do you know about synergy and the paradigm shift? I do know about synergy. I forget kind of what it is, but I learned about it
Now, to
in
be
school.
clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Interesting. Very interesting, narrator. Oh, it's like a red carpet. New features. I guess we're going up the stairs.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay. Hear your name in the game. Huh.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Is it gonna say my actual name?
Jim.
Sorry,
That's...
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just
Jim...
play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your...
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim.
What?
Rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim. And finally, dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim. Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
No.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
No, my name is not Jim. But my real name does start with a J. What is this? Oh. Well, that's not my name, so I'm not going to press it. Looks like I can't go out of the other doors. Yeah, it's not going to let me leave. Well, Jim's not my real name. My real name is Jacob. Fine, I'll hit the button.
Jim.
Yes, you see? What a thrill! That was you! The button described you. Do it again,
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Ooh, hold on, I think my mic is falling. Sorry about that. My microphone seems to be falling. Give me one moment. Let me just fix this. Stay. Okay.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Fine. I thought I could annoy him, but I guess not.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
The epilogue is usually the end. Infinite hole free. Ooh, free trophy. Get it here. Free trophy. Okay. Pull the lever, receive your new trophy, no more steps. Okay.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed.
Give me my trophy, you asshole.
Satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
What an asshole. Thanks for nothing. Wanted a trophy. Fine.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The jump circle. We've seen the jump circle. Oh, that's already maxed out still. Okay. There's the gym thing. There's the merch. Won't let me go back there. Please, no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
That's not the choice that I wanted, but whatever. It said no screenshots, so I wanted to take a screenshot to see what would happen.
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
What's back here?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward. You see? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more...
Oh, Mortal Kombat did this. I remember this on Mortal Kombat.
To see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Mortal Kombat did this where you would fall at the end of the game.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I mean, you said I could fall forever. I wanted to see what would happen.
Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the...
I thought it was going to be the spikes, because I'm so used to the spikes. What is with all those cigarette butts?
No person actually wants to fall infinitely. I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Nah, I think I'll sit down here. I think I'll just sit down here just to be annoying. So you got no other...
Great.
Fine.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more.
Whee!
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole. Now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
So you're just gonna leave me here. I'm literally stuck. There's nothing that I can do to get out. I'm literally stuck here. All because I wanted to see what the hole would do. I'm literally just stuck here. There's literally nothing that I can do. What am I supposed to do? Oh. The hole is sinking. Very slowly. Okay, that's kind of creepy now. Oh, that freaks me out. What the hell? Oh, so that's what Stanley looks like. Change your perception. Change your reality. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Oh, that's kind of cool. And he's upside down. Oh, what the hell? What the fuck? That's kind of weird. That's kind of cool. I like that.
Stanley? 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 Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
And once again, he leaves. Is it going to do the thing where it starts going down again? Oh, I guess not. Okay, so I'm back here.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
The gym button. Don't know what this is. Jump circle, mostly infinite hole. Trophies, collectibles. Hey, it's a giant version of me. Can you find what?
Ah,
This?
collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay, that's kind of cool though. Cool
God,
enough.
it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
What is this? Exit, jump circle. Well, I don't want to exit quite yet. I want to see what else there is. The infinite hole, I've already been down there. This map for trophy button. Yep. Sitting world champion. The Stanley Parable reassurance bucket. Offense log. Collectibles, infinite hole. Where's B2? Oh, the reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay. I'll just take this bucket with me then.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Okay, the exit's up here. I guess I'd seen everything, so I guess I'll go to the exit.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yep. I've seen everything that I've wanted to see. What is this?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Huh.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And
yeah.
I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Is it going to boot us to the beginning? Oh. This is interesting.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk.
Okay, so it does just boot us to beginning. But it has
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh, it has
What
the
could it
balloons.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hey, there's the bucket. Can
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I... I can carry the bucket with me.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Where does this do. Wonder where that takes me.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
We care about you, Stanley. Hey, it's the
You see,
baby.
your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Nothing about the broom closet? You're not gonna say... Okay.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Well, I have the music muted, so... That's why
Now,
you can't hear
this
music.
is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. It's as
That was
classic now
funny.
as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
Destroys
Surely
the bucket.
You don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready. Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see,
It won't
if
let
you were
me.
to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
That scared me. Did I die? Did it kill me? I guess it's just floating in the air
Bucket
now.
Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
I mean, it really wasn't that great. It was just a bucket destroyer, bud, but whatever. Okay, I think that's all that I have for this time. If you did enjoy, Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay notified when I upload, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.